He didn't sign up for people to be like, oh my goodness, you're dating him, right? Because he's not a content creator. I'm the content creator. You just want people to subscribe for the sake of having subscribers. Have you ever thought of social media mentoring? A lot of people look up to you. Like right now, I'm having fun, getting to know, you know, the fact that if I want something, I can simply go to the mall and buy it for myself. But it's just not my cup of tea. I'm on YouTube. I have 18k subscribers. I know how to do this filming stuff. But don't walk into a situation that you've never been in saying that you're that girl and you already know how to do it. I'm not going to keep them a secret though. How do you feel about girls ignoring other girls in a club section? Like find your priorities and stick to that. Because don't get me wrong guys, okay? I think you guys know that that is an anthem on my channel. Boys are delicious.
Like a this, like a that. Do you want the bit put it touch? Slow and fast. Just give it to me once. Never on board. That would become a photo.
It is not a wig installation video. It is not a weekly vlog. It is not a school related video. It's a chit chat. Get ready with me. Okay, that was very dramatic. Ouch, 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 ouch. Look there. And not B. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Yemrai Choto. Keep up with the vibes. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that you like the content that I serve on this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, one who watches my videos on a regular, thank you so much for coming back today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and as always, I hope that you brought a friend. Please clap hands for me. I actually saved my intro straight up. Yeah guys, welcome back to another video. I just have a few things to say you guys probably do not care about. It is hot. It is currently 26 degrees. That's why I'm also just wearing my PJs. I've been saying it for the longest. Guys, you know what? I'm gonna film it. I think even when I was still at school. Also, I'm officially a second year mechanical engineering student. The results are out and your girl passed. Hey! I'm so happy, and I feel like you guys know how much I struggled with programming, because I always say that guys, programming this, programming that, programming this. You go past. Okay. What was I actually saying when I said school? Oh yes, I've been saying that I'm going to film a wig installation video. I mean, bruh, child, get yourself together. Like my makeup routine type of thing. A few days ago I put something on my Instagram story. I put a question sticker asking you guys to suggest some questions for this video. If you do not follow me on Instagram, please follow me at Yemrai. I'll show you guys the questions. Not too close. But yeah, I got quite a few. Okay, there's actually quite a lot. Jesus. So I'm going to just be going through those. I'm just going to be giving you guys my opinions on these things. And we're going to be doing my makeup in the process as well. Say, I'm also going to be telling you guys the products that I use as we go on. Basically just going to chat, guys. I want to say this video is not sponsored by anyone. So at least there's none of that yet. And for the first time ever, I'm actually going to try and do my eyebrows online. Online on camera. I have so much to do today, guys. I have to film this video. I have to film a clothing haul. I have to film a reel for a sponsored brand. I also have to go and take pictures for that same brand, the one that I got recently, if you watch my previous vlog. Honestly, it's not that much. I think I'm just exaggerating a little bit. Look guys, my hands are so slippery. It's annoying. Also guys, please buy me a pen, Zura. The number of love questions I got concerning boyfriends, madness. Guys, literally, I feel like that's how we're being treated. And apparently it gets hotter than this, which is kind of psycho in my opinion. Let's get on with this thing. You guys, you know, like those kids that I've been making fun of primary kids in my videos, and I need to stop. Or even in high school, that used to have pencils like this long. But my pencils are also short. I just like to brush it up, brush the hairs up first. My phone is here, so if you see me looking here, it's because my phone is here. The first question that I'm going to answer is how to balance school, relationships, social life, business. What am I looking for? I'll show you guys products. I'll read the question, then I'll answer the question. These two Maybelline concealers. One is in the shade 60 and then the other one is rubbed out, but then 60 is the darker one. I mixed the two because the other one is too light. Now to answer the question, how do you balance school, relationships, social life, business and stuff? prioritizing what comes first, if that makes any sense. If you tell yourself that you're going to juggle all of it and not actually prioritize certain parts, then it's going to be a problem. And what I mean by this is that for me, the order would be relationships at the top, that being family relationships, and then school, and then business, and then social life / business, and then if it's relationships to do with boys, then it will be at the bottom, or like just before social life and business. Please don't hate me. Boys have never really been at the top of my priority list. But then also this doesn't mean that I don't, like have fun with boys or like don't date boys and stuff. Because don't get me wrong, guys. Bamnanda bafana, okay? I think you guys know that is an anthem on my channel. Bamnanda bafana. Boys are delicious. Yo guys, my mother is watching this video. Yeah, so for me, boys have never really been at the top of my list. When I do find time to work on my personal relationships and stuff like that, then I'll actually do that. For example, right now, I'm not at school, I'm not studying anything, I'm literally just doing YouTube, my brands and stuff like that. Then I have more than enough time to be going out on dates. So yeah, like right now, I'm having fun, getting to know, young. This doesn't mean that when I do start school, I'm going to be neglecting that part of my life. I don't know if I'm making any sense, guys, and I don't want to sound like a bitch saying that, you know what, I don't care about boys, because I really do care about boys, but they're the least of my worries. Yeah, I think let me just put it like that. At times when I'm free and I don't have school and stuff, best believe, guys, tell yourself what you value the most out of all those things, and once you get a hierarchy of how important you find each, then you'll be able to balance it all. Because I think the problem comes when you think everything is equal. I would never compare relationships to social media, because it just won't work. Relationships are way more important than social media and stuff. Find your priorities and stick to that. I guess that's how I balance my stuff. I like my eyebrows quite dark. I'm not really the soapy brow, brushed brow. I'm not there yet, but I think I will try it at some point though. Not gonna lie. Next question, facial hair. I'm assuming you're saying facial hair in terms of boys with facial hair. I think it looks good. Overall, I think it looks good. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not really attracted to guys with facial hair unless it's like a goatee. Like, sometimes I'm fun guys, and then sometimes they're like a little bit over here. It's not full. Basically, I don't like a full beard, but they look hot though. I'm not going to say they're ugly because they have a beard, like they have facial hair. No, they're not. I'm just not attracted to that. Okay, so I filled in one eyebrow. I don't know what you guys can see and what you guys can't see. Next one says, go sliding on your nigga, then wanting to be all cis and that in public. My man is my man, some, whatever she sang, okay. Personally, I believe in, my friends should know who my man is. Okay, fine. They should know who my man is, but there's really no reason for them to be all up in my man's business. If he's posting pictures and stuff, why are you liking all of his pictures? Like, if it's one of those, like, it's a friend group and they know him or whatever, then that makes sense. But then otherwise, why are you liking my man's posts? You're sliding onto my nigga, literally you're moving onto my nigga, then in public you wanna be, hi sis, oh my goodness sis, she looks so good. Nah, don't do that. Siana neni, please. Not everyone wants the best for you. Some people simply want what you have, and you really have to be careful of who you allow into your life and all that stuff. How do you feel about girls ignoring other girls in a club section? Honestly, I feel like that is one of the most awkward situations you could ever be in. I don't like girls who do that. Going in with my Fit Me Maybelline foundation, which finished years ago, but I use it as the concealer on the top of my eyebrow. I find it better when I use foundation as opposed to using concealer up there. As I was saying, I'm the type of person who absolutely hates awkward situations. So I would rather go in and say hi to everyone. I'm also in the process of learning how to do that, because I feel like when you go out, right, someone invites you to chills, invites you to a party or whatever, and you don't know everyone who's there, depending on the number of people that are there, especially if it's like a chill session, guys, right? You walk in, there's about 7-10 people in the room, right? It's very orcs if you just get in and you just sit in your corner with the person that you came with, in my opinion. So what I'd rather do is I'll go get a drink, whatever. I'll say hi to the girls. Hi guys, my name is Yemu. What's your name? Blah blah blah. Nice to meet you. Likewise. And that's it, guys. You don't even have to be friends after that. Do you get what I mean? I feel like it's just common courtesy to just say hi to other people. So it's something that I'm trying to do. I'm working on it. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I'll say hi to everyone. No. I just find it so awkward when you haven't said hi to people and you're in the same room. Because now, what are you gonna do? When you make eye contact, do you speak as if you've already seen each other, but then technically you didn't say hi to each other, so you haven't actually interacted? Do you get what I mean? So I think girls that do that, I don't know, guys. I mean, if it works for you, gee, but my For someone who's doing their eyebrows on camera, I think I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, that's just how I feel about saying hi to other people, especially when you're in a club section. If you're in the club section, maybe in the club section, there's a very, very high probability that you're not even buying those bottles and mango invite. So yeah, just say hi. Should people being cheated on be told? This is a bit of a tricky one because whether you tell that person that they're being cheated on or not, I feel like your expectation from that would be, you know what, they're gonna break up with them and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's up to them. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. Like, if you're a close friend of mine or whatever and you're being cheated on, I feel like I would tell you because I care about you and I want you to know. But then me telling you, I feel like I also shouldn't have any expectations and I shouldn't be entitled to how you're going to react to that. I do not condone cheating in any way. All I'm saying is people are adults and people are allowed to make whatever decisions they want to make. Is no face, no case necessary, or should people just not post if they don't want to show face? I don't think I fully understand the question. People do no face, no case for different reasons. Some people do it because they simply just don't want people to know who they're dating. Some people do it because they're dating people's people and they don't want those people to find out that right? Yeah, people do it for different reasons. I believe in no face, no case, and the reason why I would do it is because I'm a content creator. I have my supporters, I have subscribers, I have Instagram followers, but then the moment that I post my boyfriend, the person I'm dating, whatever, he's exposed to all of that. And the thing is, he didn't sign up for that. He didn't sign up for people to be like, oh my goodness, you're dating him, right? Because he's not a content creator. I'm the content creator. I can take those messages when people come and say, oh my goodness, I saw you doing this. It's fine. I can take that because I signed up for this. He didn't sign up for this. This is so funny because my friends in Zim, they always tell me that, my friends that are featured on my channel, they always telling me that, dude, like, some of your subscribers, they came to me today and then they were like, oh my goodness, I've seen you on Yamurai's channel and stuff. And honestly, it's so funny and cute in my opinion. But honestly, I don't think I want to be putting people through that, especially if they're my partner. There's really no reason for my boyfriend to go to Pick and Pay Village and someone to walk up to him and be like, hi, you're dating Ningi Ningi Ningi. Do you get what I mean? I feel like I would just respect them enough not to put them on blast like that. But I'm not going to keep them a secret though. If I'm with someone and I'm actually happy and like things are actually flowing and stuff, I'm not going to keep it a secret that I'm talking to someone. It's just that I won't post before I'm ready. I feel like once you post something, you're allowing people to question it or you're allowing people to give an opinions on it. And personally, at this stage, I don't know why I'm making this a testimony. I'm not ready for those questions, so I'd rather not. Also guys, on that note, some people have been asking me about my close friends list. What close friends list? I don't have one. It's either I post it on my main story or I don't post it at all. I just keep it in my phone. I think my eyebrows are actually really nice today. Sometimes you know about bender. I feel like it's opening up a can of worms. Right now, even just the number of questions that I get about who are you dating? You know, who are you talking to? Blah, 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 blah. Guys, they didn't sign up for this. I signed up for this. Like, I hope I make sense. At the end of the day, I just want this dating experience to be as normal as it possibly could. That's just how I feel about no face, no case. But honestly, also, I really like people that get to post like their boyfriends and stuff like that. I think that is so cute. I changed the band that I was using because that one was getting a bit too tight. Next, I'm gonna go in with my setting spray, which is the Revolution Hydrate Fix. I'm just going to spray that on my face. Why are girls so mean to each other? Honestly, I feel like that is a young girl's mentality. I've been here for like 8 months. I haven't really met that many mean girls. Have I even met any mean girl? I don't think so. It's a high school, primary school phase that people go through, and the older they get, the more they realize that no one really gives a fuck about you. Mean girls, whatever. I feel like those are just people that are trying to project their insecurities onto other people. Don't worry about that, bro. Like Maybelline Super Stay Active Wear Foundation. This is the foundation that I use for everything, even my wigs. And my foundation is finished, and you can't open this directly. So grab a pair of scissors and make it work. Okay? Don't worry about that. When you get to uni, no one is mean. If they're there, you won't even notice that they're there. Because like you have other things to worry about, to be honest. Squeeze hard, guys. Squeeze hard. How to stay confident all the time. I think this is one of the misconceptions that people have about me, that I'm always confident, I'm always up to the task. I guess people just think that it comes to me naturally and like I just wake up and I'm like, bitch can do this. It's definitely not like that. My advice is that you should be willing to learn if you don't know. For example, this past week I was doing a video project for Deakin, and it's very different to what I'm used to, because I'm used to sitting down, putting my camera on, editing my own videos, removing what I don't want and keeping what I want. It was really out of my comfort zone. I had to read a script, I had to be directed, I had to be told, stand here, do this, weigh this, you can't weigh this and stuff. If I had walked into that saying that I already know how to do this, I already know how to read the script, I already know how to do the lighting things and stuff like that, then I wouldn't have been confident, because I feel like confidence comes from feeling comfortable. So once you feel comfortable in a certain environment, then you're going to be confident in that environment. So don't walk into a situation that you've never been in saying that you're that girl and you already know how to do it. Be willing to learn, be willing to be open-minded. I think one thing that I realized in life is that you will never know everything. Once you learn, you get it, you feel comfortable, and you'll be confident. That's just my chat on that. I always spray my beauty blender with setting spray so that it's a bit wet before I blend in my concealer. And yeah, I think that's how I do it. I'm always willing to learn, literally, especially in fields that I know nothing about. Like, for example, again, this video project. Guys, those people know how to manipulate lighting. They know how to make a dark room look good on camera. If I had walked in there saying, you know what, I'm on YouTube, I have 18k subscribers, I know how to do this filming stuff, best believe I would have not been confident. I'm just going to add a little bit more. This is the lighter one, by the way. How to be you as a person, what helps you to stay true to yourself as a girl. My understanding from this question is, how do you not give in to peer pressure, or like how do you stay the girl that you've always been? I think this goes back to morals and telling yourself that there are certain things that you just can't compromise on. If it's you can't drink alcohol, then you should tell yourself, right, under no circumstance how you drink alcohol. My camera is starting to overheat again. But yeah, so if you set your values and you say that I'm not going to compromise on this, then I think that would make it very hard for you to give in on peer pressure and stuff. I don't know if I'm really doing a good job at answering this question, but if you know your morals and you know that you can't compromise on them, then you're going to stay true to yourself. I don't know, that's just how I would take it. Interracial dating, like how I feel about interracial dating, I think I'll be open to it. I think it will just work as long as both parties are willing to learn the cultures of the other party. If I'm going to date a white boy, he should be willing to learn about my culture, and I should also be willing to learn about his culture. I feel like the clash comes when you don't enjoy what the other person is doing. We were raised in very different ways, so you have to be willing to learn how the other person does their things. Because personally, I cannot be having a boyfriend who says how to track your periods in Africa. Sorry, that's just not gonna work. Redefining yourself as you enter your 20s. I'm going to go in with my Revolution banana powder, and I use this to bake. Before I came to uni, I told myself that I wanted to become more aligned with how I see myself in the future. Obviously, I told myself, okay, you're going to have to work with brands, you're going to have self-discipline, stop doing this, you're going to have to start doing this. But then I think you truly start to grow or start to redefine yourself when you stop telling yourself what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and instead just let it flow and let the universe lead you into who you want to become. Already in your mind, you already know who you're trying to become, and you already know the type of person that you want to redefine yourself into. I feel like the moment you then tell yourself, okay, stop doing this, stop doing that, start doing this, start doing that, you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself that you already have subconsciously, because you already know that you want to change yourself. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So I think I truly started to change when I just let it flow, because you start to notice that when you want to buy your clothes, instead of buying this, you're going to buy that, because that's how you see yourself in the future. My point is, just don't put too much pressure on yourself and just let God do what God does, man. Just let him do what he does, you know what I mean? Also, the other thing is that way too often we tell ourselves that we want to do this, but then we don't actually actively do it. And this is one thing that I really am starting to I don't know how to describe it, but let me give you guys an example. Sometimes people ask me to post their YouTube channels. Okay, this low-key has nothing to do with redefining yourself, but then it has something to do with wanting to do something or wanting to change a certain part of your life. So sometimes people ask me to post their channels or like their videos on my story, and usually I do that for my friends. But when people ask me that, I feel like personally I don't want to ask my followers to subscribe to someone who's not going to be serious about it. I know that people do YouTube for different reasons. Some people do it because it's fun, some people do it because it's therapeutic, some people do whatever, some people do it for business, some people do it whatever. I think when you ask people to subscribe, you owe them content. I don't know if always the way, but then if you're going to ask people to subscribe, at least give them something. Some people ask me to put their links onto my story and stuff. I go onto their YouTube. The last time they uploaded a video was 2 months ago. Honestly, no one likes watching old content. Okay, let me speak for myself. I don't like watching old content. So it's like you just want people to subscribe for the sake of having subscribers. So my point in all of this is that when you say that you're going to do something, do it. If you're going to say that I'm going to be serious with my YouTube channel and I'm going to be consistent, I'm not saying every single week you should be uploading a video, then at least show respect or show gratitude for your supporters. So when you do decide that, you know what, now I want to redefine myself, I want to become this version, then you should actually be willing to put in the work and willing to say, I'm gonna do this now. Any potential relationships, growth and expectations, both personally and career-wise, YouTube and all. In terms of personally, I think I've already talked about that. You guys have to realize that as a content creator, I think I talked about this on my Instagram story the other day, the more that my life is exposed, or the more that I open up my life to you guys through this channel, the more I cherish the things that I can keep to myself. The more I cherish the things that I can keep between me and my friends or my family and stuff like that, that is not open to the whole. In terms of my personal whatever is, I will not lie about it and say that I don't have a man or whatever the case is, but then I just won't be. I'm not the type of content creator that is going to be posting their man all over the social media. That's just not me. Maybe in the future I will be. Actually, never say never. But right now, I'm really not. And then in terms of expectations, whatnot, potential related growth, YouTube and stuff, absolutely love the way that my channel is growing. I absolutely love all of my followers, all of my supporters. I'm just going in with my blush. I really don't know what this blush is called. I stole it from my neighbor a couple of months ago, actually maybe years. Okay, I didn't steal it, I borrowed it and then I just never gave it back. As I was saying, YouTube is really opening doors for me. The other day when I was filming, one of the directors that I was with was telling me that like, you don't even realize it, but then you're keeping a digital diary of your life. Imagine when I'm 50 and I'm watching these videos and I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, it's really opening doors, guys. The fact that I was selected to be part of this whole international video project thing, what I realized is that my name is just moving around in those circles, and I absolutely love that. The fact that I'm even on websites, the fact that I have made money, the fact that if I want something I can simply go to the mall and buy it for myself. I'm not talking brand designers, I'm not that rich. Like the fact that if I want something I have the money to do it because I really worked hard for this money. It's going really good. The growth is amazing. Why is it that after you tell your friends about your crush or someone you like, everything goes dololo? It's a very funny situation because this is so true. Like once you tell your friends, Kuti, my nigga would never, they never start nevering. They really just start acting funny. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the universe. I actually genuinely do not know what it is, guys. I think also just be careful about who you're telling these things to, because as I said in the beginning, not everyone wants the best for you, so just be careful about that. So this is definitely the last clip that I'm filming with my camera, and then I'm going to move to my phone because it keeps overheating and I don't have the patience to keep waiting. Delicious. Guys, I started saying delicious to everything. You can blame Musa Keys for that because he's the one who's always saying delicious day to you all. Do you ever feel fetishized? That's the word, right? As a black woman in Australia, some of the looks that I get from like old white men, I don't know, they just seem dangerous. Wow. Someone will look at you and they'll just be like, oh, she's pretty, like you're just looking like, she's cute, right? And then there's also looks that you just give someone when you're like, wow, like, and not the good wow, like I'm amused type of wow, and I absolutely hate it. So yeah, I guess sometimes I do feel a bit I think maybe I'm just gonna keep looking back until like they feel uncomfortable. If you can't beat them, join them. And then now I'm just gonna go into my mascara, lash thickening amplifying mascara, Wet n Wild actually. How do you feel when people, especially other women, call women females? To be honest, I hadn't actually thought about it until I read it out loud. When other women call other women females. I don't mind, personally. I don't mind being called a female. I guess the only case that someone would mind is when they don't identify as a female, but then they're being called females by other females. If that makes sense, I don't know. But personally, I really don't mind. Or maybe I'm just not educated enough in that field to actually know whether it's rude or not. How to put your own goals first, basically prioritizing yourself. I think this goes back to what I said in the beginning about actually telling yourself what you value the most. So instead of treating your non-negotiable values the same way that you treat your maybe sometimes I can. I will not steal, right? Like that's just not cheap. But then again, sometimes I drink. So I can't treat those two as if they're the same because they're clearly not. Sometimes I can't steal. That's not how it works. Okay, that was a bad analogy, but you guys get the point. Prioritize your non-negotiable values. I like that. I like the way that I put that across. Your non-negotiable values. Oh yes, you said you speak about the feminine wipes thing in one of your videos. Please don't forget. Let me talk about it now. Hygiene products that I have for you guys today. These are the feminine hygiene wipes. They're called FemFresh. That's the brand. Sensitive wipes. And they're basically for your intimate areas, so like your vagina. I don't know if you guys saw that video of that little kid that was saying vagina. And these are really, really great when you're on your period or just after you use the bathroom and you just want to feel extra clean. Because I feel like sometimes tissue just doesn't do the job, you know. I didn't know about feminine wipes until I came here. I would definitely urge you to get yourself sensitive wipes. And I always get the ones for sensitive skin because I feel like those are always the safest to go. These are the best wipes ever. I haven't reacted badly to any of them. My coochie is feeling fresh as ever. This is also the same brand, and this is skincare daily wash, again for your intimate areas. It's dermatologist tested, gynecologist tested. Again, I've been using this since March. Love it. Again, it's for sensitive skin. For shaving, I used to use hair remover and the applicator thing, but then I changed the shaving gel and the shaving stick. It's called a shaving stick, I think it is, with the razor and everything. This is so easy, guys, because the thing is with the cream you kind of have to wait for about like 10 minutes or whatever, but then with this one literally it's like it's blue, right? And then as soon as it gets onto your skin it kind of foams up and then it becomes white. You guys can't really tell. So I use that for my intimate areas and my armpits and my legs. I don't really shave my legs, but sometimes I do. These are the things that I swear by, and as I already told you guys, I use tampons, and I might as well show you guys the whole thing. Okay, these are the tampons that I use. Cortex. This is Cortex. I thought it was another brand. Anyways, I use the super slim ones because they're the easiest ones to stick it up. Also use these Libra pads when I'm going to bed because it's not good for you to sleep in with a tampon. I didn't use tampons until I came here. I always used pads. When you have a tampon in, guys, you can do so much more because I feel like a pad is very limiting to the activities that you can do. My sisters tried to convince me to start using them. Then I was like, no. I am begging you to just try. At least just try. If you don't like it, it's fine. You'll be on your period, but you won't even feel like you're on your period. And also the other thing is that tampons, they're not as messy as pads are, because the thing is with pads, there's blood on the pad and that's like spread over a larger surface area. Whereas with the tampon, it literally blocks everything from getting out. So it's literally up there. At first, it did hurt. It was very uncomfortable, but I'm gonna give you guys a lesson right now, right? Instead of trying to stick it up like this, do it at an angle, because your vagina doesn't go straight up, okay? It goes in at an angle like a 45. Should I just take one out? Don't I have an open one? Here's my bag. Instead of sticking it up like this, should we just do the whole thing? It has a string, right? So instead of sticking it up like this, stick it up at an angle. Also, when you insert it, make sure that you really push it up. If you're walking and you can feel it, you didn't put it in correct. You're not supposed to feel anything. Like, it's just supposed to slide in there and just sit there. It just makes my period so much easier. How to approach brands, I'm going to make that a separate video. I think it'll be one of the chit chat videos that I'll do once I'm back at home. So I'm not going to answer that in this video. I just love your confidence. How do you deal with insecurities? Thank you so much. Let me tell you guys one thing about social media. Social media will give you insecurities that you don't have. People will point out something that they think is wrong with you, and they will convince you that there's actually something wrong. And that is one thing I'm not going to allow anyone to do. I'm not going to allow you to tell me what is wrong with me, especially on my body. Nah. Sorry. Dating in your 20s. I think it is very good to date in your 20s. I remember watching Mihlali's story and she was like, guys, any opportunity that you get, any chance that you get to date, date. And honestly, I second that 100%. I think date in your 20s, allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to be open, but also make sure that you don't stay in any toxic situations. Yes, I'm 1000% for dating in your 20s. Go for it. As I said, bamland abafana, boys are delicious. Have you ever thought of social media mentoring? A lot of people look up to you. Thanks. I haven't thought of being a mentor for social media, but then I have considered like doing YouTube starter, no, it's not a starter pack, but beginner YouTube whatever for my Zimbabweans back at home. But then the only thing that's stopping me right now is the fact that I feel as if I don't know enough yet for me to share. So I'm just waiting for myself to get to a comfortable position where I'm like, okay, you know what, right now I can actually share and I can actually like do this and this for them. Yeah, maybe at some point I would definitely look into that. I absolutely love it. I always see messages of people saying, oh my goodness, you inspired me to start my channel, and I absolutely love reading those, and I'm absolutely happy for you guys. So maybe at some point I will do it. I will definitely think about it. So this is my full makeup look. Guys, I'm so hot. This is the final look, guys. I feel like it's something cute, simple, and you know, vibes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Please do make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. We road to bigger case, darling. I hope that you liked the video. It is so hot, guys, I cannot breathe. On to the next. I have to film other videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.